Welcome back. You're watching NewsX. My name is Vineet. Former Pakistan Prime Minister Imran Khan has had a whirlwind midnight detour after 3 years. From jail to hospital and back to jail, Khan was returned to jail within hours of being taken to a state-run hospital for medical examination after authorities bypassed a private facility named in a Supreme Court order, while his sister claimed that Khan told her that he was being tortured repeatedly in prison. Khan's sister, Uzma Khan, who was present during his medical examination, told the media later that he had a patch on one eye but appeared stable and fit. Pakistan's Information Minister, Adiala Tarar, said a team comprising an ophthalmologist, a cardiologist and physician conducted a detailed examination and declared Khan medically fit. He was transferred back to Adiala jail in Rawalpindi at 5 a.m. And Khan's Pakistan Tehreek-e-Insaf, which is the PTI, said that the change of hospital and the failure to provide access to his personal physician violated the Supreme Court's order. The party said it would file a contempt petition, and this midnight drama did not, however, deter Pakistanis or Imran Khan supporters who went through a spectrum of emotions in a matter of hours, from blocking roads, showering rose petals as his convoy headed towards the hospital, staying up all night, flooding social media with memes, to eventually reacting angrily to his return to jail. A few leaked and unverified images of their Kaptan even made it to X. Some dubbed it the beginning of a new chapter in Pakistan. Let's talk about this with our guest. Joining us on the program is Ambassador Bhaspati Mukherjee, former diplomat. Mr. Pathikrit Pain, international affairs expert, is also with us on the show. Major General G.G. Dwivedi, defense and geopolitical expert, joins us on the program yet again. And last but not the least, Mr. Adit Kothari, international affairs expert, is also with us on the program. Ambassador Mukherjee, I'll begin with you, ma'am. Well, just a week ago, there were rumors that Imran Khan is dead. We are glad to know that he's not dead and he's alive. He's got medical issues. From what we are learning, that 85% of the vision in his right eye is almost lost. And if that had been treated in time, he would have been able to, in fact, save his eye from failing so rapidly. On the other hand, ma'am, there is also, this thought that perhaps I'm alone in thinking that it's the country of Pakistan. They have criminals in every corner. They have terrorists in every district who are roaming free for killing innocent people across the border and elsewhere in the world as well. They are free, but the man who brought so much glory to Pakistan with that World Cup in 1992, and of course later on with that cancer hospital and whatnot, leave alone his vices, leave alone what we should not bring up. But the fact of the matter is that perhaps Imran Khan might be the most decorated and the most important citizen Pakistan has ever had, and yet this treatment. Ambassador Mukherjee.
Absolutely. Imran Khan, as my co-panelist Major General just reminded me before the debate, he's a Pathan. So it's not that easy to just eliminate him at night quietly, as they do sometimes to their enemies. The Pakis are famous for doing it. In my perspective, I don't understand why they do not send him to exile. Then they would be rid of the problem of not having to murder him, which they want to badly but can't. And on the other hand, they would be rid of a person whose continuous presence in Pakistan is a constant reminder that the present government is a very weak civilian government, has been put there by the army, and that the real power which lies in the streets lies with Imran Khan and his party. So I really do not understand why, whereas in the past they used to send prime ministers whom they had fallen out with, the army would send them into exile. As to why they don't send him into exile, his first wife and his two sons are in UK. They should just send him to London, and there he can park himself for a few years, regain his health, and maybe then try to make a comeback. Here it would appear to me that they are desperate that he should not be examined by his personal physician, who would immediately point out that he has been badly physically tortured in that jail, and he's lost 85% of his eye because he was denied the medicine that was required to control his sugar, which was affecting his eye. most people who have uncontrolled sugar develop visual problems which can be controlled with the correct medication. So it is an unfortunate saga. Imran Khan, as a cricketer, was a different personality from Imran Khan as Prime Minister. So maybe that is something he needs to reflect while he's alone in jail, that he would have perhaps done better if he had stuck to the world of cricket and his first wife and two kids instead of embarking on a political adventure which has landed him into complete disaster. And frankly, I don't see the field marshal freeing him because Imran was totally opposed to the field marshal. So the field marshal is taking his revenge. But he is handicapped by the fact that Imran is a Pathan. And he has to be very, very careful because when you eliminate a Pathan leader in a country that is full of restless Pathans and Baluchis, you are taking a big risk of an imminent civil war and the fault lines in Pakistan getting deepened. So while I feel very sorry for him, I think the best solution if the Pakistanis would use their IQ, some of them say they don't have much of it, I have no idea, they should just send him into exile. That's it. Send him to London. The Brits will look after him. He's half Brit in any case. I remember when he was a cricketer, there were so many interesting photographs of him, which he later denied were not him. He led a very, very liberated Western British life before he discovered himself as a conservative Pathan politician.
Jaldi Vedi, will Imran Khan come out alive? Will he get out before his sentence is over? Will there be a civil war in Pakistan? And the current dispensation, which does not have a spine, as didn't most of the previous dispensation in Pakistan, owing to the military rule, will they succumb to the pressure of the courts?
Well, Vineet, these are the million-dollar questions, but let me just take a crack. Firstly, the health issue of Imran Khan actually is only the side narrative. The main narrative is the political churning that is taking place in Pakistan, and Imran Khan is just in the limelight because of the Supreme Court ruling, which said that he need to be given a medical treatment in the civil hospital, that is Shifa Hospital. But we need to go a little back point in time. You know, the whole issue actually dates back to about 2019 when Asim Munir was the ISA chief, and Imran Khan removed him or replaced him prematurely, and that's where I think Asim Munir actually holds grudges against the former Prime Minister Imran Khan. And of course, in 2022, a very well orchestrated no confidence motion saw him lose power, and he is in jail since 2023. Now, there are four issues which merit consideration. I'll build upon one of them that Ambassador Mukherjee brought out, that exile is an option because a number of, even Mian Nawab Sharif was there in London, and even others have been eased out, but I think he'll be a greater danger in case he is abroad because he has a lot of international following as well. The second point is that the Pakistan constitution has been changed in 2025. The army has been given a preeminent role, and there are also rumors that there may be presidential rule in Pakistan. So I think as far as the Pakistani strategists or the political scientists are concerned, they feel that let him languish in jail and gradually his health may actually deteriorate and he may pass off on medical grounds, and they may not have the role to eliminate him, make it a natural process. But the issue is, Vineet, I think the Pakistan as it is in a tremendous turbulence because first and foremost the three minority areas are almost out of control. Whether you take Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, that's where Imran Khan has a very strong base, or you take Balochistan, or you take POK, all these areas are out of control. So that's why I think in time to come, they are going to have presidential rule, greater powers, greater role for the army, And I think, to best of my guess, Imran Khan will continue to languish in jail until either he passes away or there is the regime change in Pakistan, which is not possible. I think the Imran Khan future continue to be in Adiala jail for a couple of years to come. Vineet.
Pathikrit, what is the danger for the current government if Imran Khan comes out?
The danger, see, I think one of the reasons why he is not being sent to exile is that I think Pakistan army led by Asim Munir is using Imran Khan as kind of a counterbalance. Very recently, two crucial bills were passed by the Pakistani, parliament, and I think, to the best of my understanding, the Shehbaz Sharif government was not very comfortable in clearing them. The Nuclear Command Act and the Defense Forces of Pakistan Act. Now, see the way he was brought into the hospital at middle of the night is an indication that, see, whoever is in power in Pakistan would have to listen to the army. Wherever Shehbaz Sharif has been a little reluctant, he knows that there is another option the Pakistan army already have, who can be brought out. As a leader with a stature, I think Imran Khan has a bigger stature than that of Shehbaz Sharif. This man, whatever his past might have been, he has been an extremely successful, sports person. He could have had a very easy life anywhere in the world, but he chose to stay back in Pakistan and fight a difficult battle. You can call him foolhardy or whatever, but he perhaps did not even know the challenges and the risk of taking on the army, and probably he is paying the price of that. But the kind of fan following, support, and the cult-like following that he has, it actually is a problem for the Pakistan army establishment. So I think it's a double whammy for them. They don't know what to do, because they know if he's sent to exile, he would become a larger-than-life image, hero, and that would immensely increase his popularity. On the contrary, if something happens to Pakistani politics, it has always been normalized this way. This is not a new normal. This has always been like that. But the most interesting thing is that somewhere Imran Khan refused to, negotiate and reach a common ground. That is the reason that he has been put into this. Otherwise, if he had toed to the line, even after he was put into jail, he could have been easily brought out, because if he is brought back and restored in his political position, at least to a certain extent in the tribal regions for Pakistan army, it would be easier to deal with the situations. But I think somewhere Imran Khan is not willing to do that. We hope that he is alive, or whatever else it is, we don't know. The reality is that Pakistan has multiple problems, so we know all of that. Whether in that multiple problem, this is the most crucial problem for Pakistan army, I don't know. I don't think so. So I think in the middle of the night, they also knew what to be done. Supreme Court said something in the middle of the night. He was brought in 5 minutes. Tell me which doctor would prescribe that, no, Imran Khan's condition is very bad, he needs to be hospitalized for the next 1 month. Which doctor would dare to do that? So the doctors perhaps were told, right, that he is absolutely fine and he's fit to go to jail. That's how things work. So I think the threat is definitely there for Shehbaz Sharif government, but as it is, this government is in power is because of the blessings of Asim Munir. My last point is, Asim Munir himself very comfortable with how things are, because the way he is trying to consolidate all the powers in his own hand. Within the army itself, we have always seen how things have been extremely factionalized, how army generals have been suspicious of each other, how there have been assassinations in the past. So I think for Pakistan army chief, the de facto head of Pakistan, Imran Khan is an issue, is a problem, but he is not the most critical problem right now. There are multiple others. Imran Khan's existence is definitely important for the people of Pakistan, because they look at him as a hope. We don't think he can solve the problems. He had a tenure, he could not do much, but nevertheless, hope is something on which people, keep on living. So what happens next, we don't know. But if tomorrow Imran Khan is brought out and made the chief prime minister again, because suddenly all things have got sorted out with the army, I will not be surprised. That's how things work in Pakistan. Back to you.
Adit, how are you looking at the situation? Imran Khan, is he ever
Back to you,
going...
Vinay.
Adit, can you hear me? Adit, if you're there with us? Adit, if you can hear me.
Yes, now I can.
All right. Adit, what do you make of the situation? Is the era of Imran Khan and his time as a leader and as a hero of Pakistan is completely over, considering the fact that physically too, there's not much that is being done to keep him alive?
The Pakistani establishment is trying very hard to ensure that the Imran Khan physically fades away, but not only just physically, his memory in the collective society of Pakistan also diminishes, and as a consequence, does not stand. The Pakistani establishment did achieve that temporarily when all of this facilitation of the West Asia peace conflict was happening, and they bought this renewed life of some sort of geopolitical relevance. Even the most ardent supporter of the PTI and Imran Khan was visibly standing with the Shehbaz Sharif and the Asim Munirs of the world. But now, with this judgment coming in on the August 18th, the three-bench judgment by the Supreme Court of Pakistan, which basically said that Imran Khan should be released, he should be allowed to meet his family, not conduct any political activity, and he should be, he should undergo a full physical validation by the ophthalmologist, the cardiologist, and all other physicians possible to ensure that he is not of any risk. But I don't think we should at any point believe that this particular judgment that was provided by the Supreme Court was in a vacuum, because nothing in Pakistan happens without the validation, without the direction of the Pakistani deep state and the Pakistani establishment. So I firmly believe that the release was engineered by the Pakistani establishment, because the Asim Munirs of the world wanted a 20-day window or a 4-week window in this case, because the next hearing in the Supreme Court is on September 16th, where they wanted to sit down and discuss a potential realignment with Imran Khan and PTI. The Pakistani establishment must have met with somebody from PTI, and they would have agreed that yes, we will allow Imran Khan to come back, and we can start meetings, and we can start talking about some sort of leverages that we can hold on Shehbaz Sharif and the Bhuttos. Because remember, the 20th Amendment is looming within the Pakistani political circle. Now, the 20th Amendment, which is basically the restructuring of the provinces, is not a very comfortable topic for a Asif Ali Zardari, especially if Sindh was to be bifurcated. They will lose their complete political hegemony. And even then, the PPP, the Sharifs are also not comfortable with this. So as a consequence, the army wants to use Imran Khan as a leverage to ensure that they can basically, push in this particular 20th Amendment, and also get some relief in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa with the release of Imran Khan, and also with everything that we see in Pakistan-occupied Jammu Kashmir, the Jammu Kashmir Awami Action League, which is basically loggerheads with the Pakistani military establishment. Number of people have been died. There are significant sort of numbers which are coming in. Official numbers are at about 93. Unofficial numbers are anywhere between 200 to 250 numbers which have been killed. We have images of 7-year-old boys being killed with shots to their heads. So that is the kind of excesses that the Pakistani military establishment is doing in Pakistan at this point. So to ensure that some sort of civility can come back and some sort of normalcy can be held, they wanted Pakistani Tehreek-e-Insaf chief Imran Khan to be released, and as a consequence, then maybe show that yes, we are willing to go back to normalcy. And I believe that Imran Khan was not aware of this 20-day window or this 4-day window where he would be basically sitting and discussing all of this with Pakistani military establishment. And when he was released and he was told this by the PTI people, he firmly rejected, and as a consequence, within 6 hours, he was essentially sent back to prison. So this is going to be a very challenging chapter for the Pakistani military establishment, because there are a number of pull and push factors which they are grappling with, both internal and external. We also need to remember that Durand line is still very hot. So the Pakistani military is very stretched on the Durand line. They cannot look for any adventurism on their eastern borders, especially with India, and in India, which has shown that they are not,
Sure
going
enough.
to be looking at
You're
any sort of
quite right,
political
Adit.
correctness.
But it's going to be interesting to see this space, which is still evolving in the country of Pakistan. We've run out of time, but I appreciate everyone's perspective and their thoughts on this important situation across the border. We'll take a short break.